The reason no one has written synchronized music for a roller coaster ride is that it's been technically almost impossible.
As with most really great projects, they ought to be creatively driven, not technologically driven. So the fact that it's difficult or unpleasant to accomplish really ought to be secondary to that it's wonderful to experience. It was decided early on that wouldn't it be great to have sound to be able to score something like a roller coaster ride. That's never been done before. And the answer is yes, it would. We did some tests. And then the problem is, okay, how do we make this really work? How do we get you to hear high quality sound and special effects, give you directional effects, while you have wind blowing in your face, the sound of other roller coasters, people screaming their brains out?
The Imagineer solution was to develop the Local Control Unit, or LCU, installed in Paris by audio specialist John Groper.
The LCU is basically similar to a MIDI recording studio or playback studio, and all included right here on board. The sound processing takes place in here, and then we store the actual program material on these devices here, which are called flash memory cards. And each of these cards, which is about the size of a credit card, holds 20 megabytes of memory in solid state form, and it doesn't move, which is very important for this onboard roller coaster, because if it moved, it would likely move at the wrong time under the vibration of the roller coaster.
Each train has its exact position on the track plotted by infrared sensors. When it's recorded, Steve Brampson's score will be separated into musical layers and digitally stored on the flashcards. As passengers move through the attraction, the music will be automatically re-cued and remixed to synchronize exactly with the ride experience. By the early 60s, with the prospect of a successful moon landing growing nearer, the Imagineers were able to use space technology to create a form of primitive robotics.
Take a drink from the Ohio.
Called audio animatronics, the technology would play a major part in Disney's optimistic depiction of the future.
Now, this contraption here might look like something from outer space, but it's actually a control harness for programming the actions and gestures of our audio animatronic figures. Shall we show them how it works?
Very well.
This is the Carousel Theater host. Whatever the man in the harness does, this figure will respond simultaneously in the same manner.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
An audio animatronic family populated the Carousel of Progress, its theme tune echoing Disney's faith in things to come.
And tomorrow's just a dream away.
For 40 years, Disney had promoted his special brand of optimism.
With mind and heart, and when it becomes...
But 3 months after this clip of film was shot, Disney died, missing the moon landing he had yearned for by 3 years.
Shining at the end of every day, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
The astronauts returned to find themselves transformed into media stars. Their scientific achievement was swallowed up in show business. Once men were on the moon and the dream faded, with it went some of the naive optimism of Disney's vision of the future.
I guess after Walt died, it became difficult. I wasn't in the company, but I think the creative side became more of what would have Walt thought, what would have Walt done, and the business side became more conservative and stronger. Things got done, great things got done. Epcot Center got built, Tokyo Disneyland got built. But experimentation, risk-taking, insanity, neurotic creative behavior was replaced by a studied business practice.
One of the first casualties was the song behind the Carousel of Progress. Instead of Wait for Tomorrow, the theme became Live for Today.
You've got it made, the world's forward marching and you're in the parade. Now is the time, now is the best time, be it.
And the idea of space travel changed from a scientific adventure into an entertaining storyline.
For it's the best time of your life.
At Space Mountain, reality has intruded on the fantasy in the shape of the French government inspector.
The train goes, and two, see how it feels for you.
The first test will be to see if the train can stop itself in the event of a software failure. This means programming a deliberate breakdown into the ride control system.
So Brian's going to make the software patch.
I saw that also on the main.
The system has to fail safe. And we have to go through all the failures, and sometimes that's what takes a lot of time, is creating failures that are supposed to happen 1 in a million or are never supposed to happen. Trying to figure out, now that you have the system in place so that these things can't happen, you make them happen so you can see how the system reacts.
Greg, was that brake 17 that you wanted to close after the vehicle struck sensor 2PA?
The vehicle passes 2PA, please close brake 17, yes.
10.
Just the last where you're sitting only. You want a heavy train.
If Space Mountain fails any of the stipulated tests, it won't be able to open as an attraction.
Yes. You want to try from the front?
It's the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Susan for Greg. Okay, we have the software patch in and we're ready to launch. You guys ready?
Ready to go?
All right, okay. Michelle. Somebody, I go with you, Michelle.
Okay, we're ready here.
Okay, Tower, give me an announcement and we'll start it off.
Attention Space Mountain, rocket train will launch in the mountain immediately. Stand clear of all equipment, please. Thank you. Attention Space Mountain, un train va être catapulté dans la montagne immédiatement. Tenez-vous à l'écart de tout équipement. Merci.
Vous êtes safe and clear, Patrick?
How's that?
Okay, Suzanne. You are...
Okay? Same?
The train fails safe. It passes the test. Over the next 2 weeks, other tests will not go so well. The repeated testing holds up other work, and now Jack Gillette's special effects inside the mountain are running behind time.
That's a little too effective.
Disney in the early 80s existed in a changed world. The 50s optimism about the future was replaced with a new sense of uncertainty. Tron, Disney's first film attempt to grasp this, was a darker vision of a computer gone mad.
I had a conversation with our Imagineers, most of whom, like me, grew up in an Orwellian kind of view of the future, a Tomorrowland view of the future, a Star Trekian, Star Warsian view of the future, and all of a sudden it seemed like maybe the future was kind of going back to a less high-tech view, a less polyester view.
I think the average American thought the future was the Jetsons. It was skateboards floating through the air. It was that things made out of plastic were intrinsically superior to things that grew. Our challenge is how, in a theatrical attraction, to create a sense of future. And the sense of future may have absolutely nothing to do with chronological prediction. What it has to do with is mood and feeling and passion about what there is to come.
The response has been a march back to imagination. Delaney's obsession with Jules Verne's Victorian science fiction offered Disney a new future, a low-tech fantasy with a happy ending.